Here's what a normal scene from Family Guy looks like.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds.
Look who it is.
What are you doing in Cleveland's house?
They've decided to shoot my movie in Quahog instead of Newport.
And here's a cutaway gag not too long after. Guys, I'm gonna drop the YouTuber voice for a second. I'm gonna level with you. What the hell was that? Yeah, they hardly ever have anything to do with this story. But without cutaways, it wouldn't be Family Guy, now would it? The question is, though, how much of the show is actually cutaway gags? Well, today, I'm going through every season of the show to get you an answer. Plus, we'll find out which seasons have the lowest amount and highest amount of cutaways. So let's get started with the first season of the series. It's also the shortest season of the show, too, with only like 7 episodes. But that doesn't mean the writers can't squeeze in a good run of cutaways, like the time Peter gets a ghostly message at breakfast time.
There's a message in my alphabet. Oh my God, Brian. It says, ooh.
Peter, those are Cheerios.
In the first episode of the series, we also see Lois talk about how poor self-image is what causes most of humanity's problems. So we go back to the early 1930s to see what she's talking about. I mean, it checks out. How about something a little more subtle, though, like the time Peter was a Calvin Klein model?
I don't want to be just like everybody else.
But I don't want to be different.
Ah, this is gonna drive me nuts. What was the name of the bad guy from Tron?
Peter's had plenty of jobs, too. Remember when he was put in charge of the defibrillator?
Clear. Clear.
Oh, you saved my life, Doctor.
Clear.
You'd be pretty disappointed if you had Peter Griffin as a doctor. But as Peter's about to tell you, he's had his fair share of disappointments over the years.
I've had my share of disappointments, too. Oh, I know just how you feel.
It's a girl.
Can you check again?
Poor Meg. So that's a little snapshot into the first season of the show, and even though there's only 7 episodes, we get a grand total of 55 cutaways, which is nearly 8 per episode. While we got through a few short ones there, the actual show average of cutaways is 20 seconds per gag. We get 154 minutes of episode time, and if I do a bit of quick maths, 18.3 minutes of the first season is entirely comprised of cutaways, which also works out to 12%. I'd say that's a really good starting point. Let's see what the second season has in store for us. What better place to kick us off than with the one and only Ernie the Giant Chicken?
Here's a coupon.
Well, I don't take coupons from Giant Chicken. Chicken outside gave me this coupon.
I'm sorry, this is expired.
When Peter isn't worrying about giant chickens, he has to deal with the horror of finding a dead guy in his soup.
Waiter, there's a dead guy in my soup.
But of course your soup is gratis. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Thank you. Now your turn. Waiter, there's a dead guy in
Like father, like son, and all that. In fairness, the whole dead guy soup stuff isn't that surprising when you remember Peter's always had a problem with fitting in.
See, they're gonna be looking for army guys. You're all stupid.
I mean, I can sort of see where he was going with that. You can't say he hasn't got an imaginative brain, though, and that's exactly why Lois comes up with the idea of making him a producer. But Peter's imagination kind of runs away with it.
Great news, Edgar Bronfman Jr. We're richer and more powerful. King of the world!
Él es la respuesta de mis oraciones.
You know, for a guy with an imagination as vivid as that, it's a mystery how he's so dumb. And boy, is he dumb.
You remember the time I was supposed to get that boat? You're acting like this is the first time I've ever done something stupid. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
And let's just...
We'll take the box.
Peter, that just happened 10 minutes ago.
That's actually one of my favorite gags in the show. Anyway, this season of Family Guy gets its first full run of 21 episodes, and with it are 161 cutaways. The total runtime for this season is 483 minutes, and 53.6 of those minutes are gags, which comes out as 11% of the total season. A little bit down on season 1, but considering there's triple the amount of episodes, not a bad rate at all. With the show now going full steam ahead, they're starting to get in the groove of things. We also find out that Peter's a pretty lousy gift giver and waits until the last second to get Lois her anniversary presents.
My goodness, a human thumb.
It was on eBay. Oh, God, call an ambulance.
You gotta hand it to him. He still found a way to get her something. This season is also where we see what it's like when the deaf team is running late for the Special Olympics.
Still no sign of the deaf team, I notice.
Hey, you guys are gonna be late.
Maybe they're not in there.
And we find out that Peter is horrible in job interviews. I guess the pressure gets to him or something.
Too bad you always blow it in the interview.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Doing your son?
How's this guy allowed out of the house unsupervised? I have a feeling I'll be saying that a lot today. To take our mind off of Peter, let's take a look at one of the meanest men of all time. A boxer who beat everyone, but can't beat words.
All right, Mike. Onomatopoeia.
See.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh.
Back in the day, you couldn't illegally stream sports, but you could use a VCR to record them.
Do you have the express written consent?
Just ABC.
I know some of you watching this might be too young to remember VCRs, but no, the FBI didn't burst into your house and shoot your video box. They just shoot you instead. We actually have an extra episode this season, but somehow the gags tally is a little light, only coming in at about 102, and with a runtime of 505 minutes, that means that only 34 minutes of that is for cutaways. Works out to being 6.7% of the season's runtime, nearly a whole half less. After season 3, the show got canceled and was off the air for 2 years, and it came back in 2005 with a bang. Where cutaways are concerned anyway. It starts strong in episode 1 where we see the time Peter forgot how to sit.
Oh man, this is even more intense than that time I forgot how to sit down.
Well, if you thought that was bad, what about the time Peter forgot how stairs worked and nearly killed himself?
I usually hang out with an idiot. It was nice interacting with intelligent people.
Brian, check it out. I made a water slide.
For a guy so stupid, it's crazy that we also find out that Peter's big into documentaries.
The fire truck can consume 8 times its body weight. The ambulances will have to wait their turn.
Actually, that makes complete sense. We've seen Peter be stupid a lot. How about we see him be nice and loving, thanks to the time he took ecstasy.
Brian, your fur is so soft. Your ears are like dog ears.
Although he's not got a love for Jesus. In fact, he thinks he can do a better job.
If it was me, I would have done something about it. I can't believe that this guy's just lying there taking it. Hey! Stop it.
Okay.
I told you these guys mean business this season. In fact, they mean business so much, they smashed their cutaway record. 312 of them are in this 30-episode season. When we convert to minutes, that's 662 for the total runtime and 104 minutes for all the cutaways. So it works out that season 4 is 15.7% cutaways. I think it's time to do our first check-in to see where things are going. Coming in at last place with only 6.7% of the season being made up of cutaways, it's season 3. Then at 11%, it's season 2. At 12%, it's season 1. And so far, leading the way is season 4 with 15.7%. We're only just getting started though, so let's move right on to season 5. Season 4 is going to be a tough act to follow, but season 5 has a few aces up its sleeve, like the time Michael Jackson did a cereal commercial.
Just look at Michael Jackson.
The kid in me likes the frosted side, but the grown-up in me likes the kid in me.
Or the time a farmer got a taste of his own medicine thanks to an injured horse.
I gotta put you down. Sorry, Thunder.
How's your leg, huh?
When I'm making a video like this, it's kind of hard not to be biased, and this is one of my favorite cutaways in the entire show. It might even be number 1, honestly.
Sir, will you please stop staring at me?
Where's the rest of you?
And this one's up there too, for sure.
Oh, $1.
After seeing Peter and his negative IQ, how about we have a palate cleanser with a good old-fashioned parody?
And Dorothy, you wanted herpes.
I didn't want herpes.
But little did you know, you've had herpes all along.
Oh, well, you've got it.
I just hope it wasn't the lion that gave it to her. After the cutaway marathon that was season 4, season 5 does calm down a little bit. It only has 180 gags across the season, but there are only 18 episodes. Those episodes run for a total of 414 minutes, and 60 of them are dedicated to cutaways. Or in percentage terms, 14.5%. So while it's a little lower, it's still a super strong showing. Let's see if season 6 can live up to the mark then. Here's the time Cleveland got all meta with us about cutaways.
Cut away from the story for some bullshit.
He's got a point, but without cutaways, you'd never get gold like this.
Was it a red card?
I don't know.
Is this your card?
I don't know what red is.
Ta-da!
Or like the time Quagmire met Marge Simpson and I don't even know how to say it. You guys know what's coming, which is a poor choice of words.
Oh, I just take a lot of pride in what I do.
Get off my wife!
You shot my homie! Mom and Dad are dead.
Glenn just frickin' kills all the Simpsons in that cutaway. Dark, but funny. Just like when Stewie takes over Chris's job of being the local paper boy.
It's a brand new paper boy.
Piss off, you perverted old freak.
We got a fighter.
This one's a bit out of left field, but it's another classic. How people a few hundred years ago used to talk dirty.
Hey, baby, I bet you're hot. What you're doing to yourself right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, nasty!
Season 6 is the shortest season since 1, with only 12 episodes. In those 12, though, the creators managed to squeeze in 109 cutaways. 264 is the total time in minutes of the 6th season, and of that, 36.3 of them are cutaways. So what percentage of season 6 is cutaway gag? Well, that would be 13.8% to be exact. Season 7 is next up to the plate, and boy do we have a good one to start with, where we find out how Peter and Lois lost their 4th child. Wait, hold on, that's not good.
I'm sorry, Lois.
It's just so horrible.
I thought if I shook him enough, he'd stop crying. I was kind of right.
It's kind of funny, you guys gotta admit. Sure, it's a serious subject, but that's not the joke. A little bit like Horton hears domestic violence.
Hey, you think I want to do that? I don't want to.
I'm sure there's two sides to this.
Now, I couldn't really make a cutaway video and not mention the guy who's coming up next. He makes his debut in season 7. He's a country star, one hell of a haircut. Ladies and gents, it's Mr. Conway Twitty.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
I won't set somebody say.
But we're not done with the dark stuff yet, because here's the time Peter was a strawberry.
Wait, what are you? Oh, hey, wait, hey. And he violated me. He was my neighbor. Now I'll never end up in a fancy pie.
Yeah, the less said about that, the better. Season 7 is also the season where Stewie starts hitting the gym and using steroids, and he thinks he's hot.
Doesn't have to make sense when you look like this, hotter than phone with a blind girl.
What are you wearing? You sound hot.
I don't know.
The 7th season of the show has a few more episodes, but it's still relatively short at 16. Still, that's 352 whole minutes of Family Guy fun. Despite the extra 4 episodes, season 7 only has 1 extra cutaway gag than the last season, sitting at 110. So out of the 352 minutes, only just over 36 of them were cutaways, sitting at 10.4% of the season. Sitting twice. I'm sitting a lot today. How about season 8? Get your predictions in, but before we find out how much of the season is actually gags, let's take a look at some of the best ones of the season, like we've been doing up until this point. Starting with the time they gunned Mary McCheese down from the grassy knoll. And here's Peter trying to give his manhood a boost with Brian's Prius. Prius, he said Prius.
I don't think... Brian, your objections are duly noted. Now hit the gas.
Well, that would never work again in a million years.
Don't need it to, Brian.
Geez, some guys have all the luck. Then we also get to see what it'd be like if you lost your brother in China and how easy it'd be to find him.
Ron? Ron, where are you? There you are. It's pretty here. Yes, it is.
You guys ever wondered if when you die, you get reincarnated? Like coming back as a koala or something? Well, in Quagmire's case, a condom. Either way, you got an STD. Yay!
All right. No, not all right.
If that wasn't controversial enough for you, then here's the time Goofy got sent to HE double hockey sticks.
So, says here you're involved in the plotting of September 11th?
Yuck. Gosh, that's what they get for supporting Israel.
Oh, there goes my childhood. As the curtains close on season 8, we know that there's 117 cutaways this season, but spread across 21 episodes. So that's only 39 minutes of the 483-minute runtime dedicated to cutaways, which, as I'm sure you know, is pretty low, like 8% low. Come on, season 9, you gotta do better than this. So let's see how the actual gags stack up, shall we? Here's Brian being a typical dog and Peter being a typical Peter.
Get out of here, this is my house! God, Brian, what happened? Did you do this, you son of a...
There's a few Family Guy cutaways you just can't avoid, and this next one is 100% one of them.
May I have cookie, Mama?
No, Diabito.
Oh.
A kid I knew in school was called that for a full year. Poor Tommy. Don't feel bad for him, though. He's got it good compared to the guy who had a faulty guillotine used on him.
How was it, honey?
They couldn't finish. Yeah, I gotta go back tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I made cabbage for dinner.
That would be the ending to this day.
You guys want to see someone who's really lost their head? Then take a look at this version of Gary Busey.
How am I doing today, Gary Busey? Good. You're doing great. Then I'll keep it up.
And season 9 treats us by showing Mother Nature's cycle of creating fat chicks.
I love you. I love you. We're all such good friends.
And that's where fat girls come from.
So that's where they come from. The more you know. Believe it or not, Season 9 is the first time the show dips below 100 cutaway gags since Season 1. This season only has 97 gags over its 18 course of episodes, 32 minutes of a total 418, which is a pretty measly return of 7.7%. Not exactly a vintage season to be a cutaway gag. So surely Season 10 has to be a doozy. We can't have back-to-back flops, right? Well, the gags in this season are as good as any. We get the debut of the one and only Iraq Lobster.
Don't boil me! Iraq Lobster!
Speaking of seafood, Peter opens up his own sushi bar in one gag, and let's just say the reason for opening it has nothing to do with raw fish.
Irashaimase! Here comes a black guy! Hajime mashite!
Yeah, basically so we can shout at customers. It's the customers who should be shouting at the workers in the next cutaway because, man, what is it with pizza places and not being able to make a salad? Sorry, not a SpongeBob video. Salad.
Okay, 4 pizzas and a salad. First, you throw in the whole head of lettuce. Now, what else?
I got a can of whole black olive.
Keep them whole. You're gonna want to know you've got an olive in your mouth.
How about this carrot?
1 thin slice.
Now, should we put it in a bowl?
Put it in a lasagna tray. And make sure to stick it right on top of the pizza so it stays nice and warm.
If you guys want a snack, forget pizza. How about Peter's great aunt legs go all the way up Griffin?
Hey, baby, do those legs go all the way up? Ah! Oh my God, you're a monster!
My legs are shaved like a little girl!
Well, if you thought that was crazy, here's the time Quagmire got amnesia and had to do his theme tune as Shirt Pants.
Who else but Shirt Pants?
He's trying to remember, but he really can't.
All I know for sure is I'm wearing a shirt and pants.
We got a much longer season this time around with 23 whole episodes. With that, we also got 179 cutaways, which make up a grand total of 59.6 minutes of the 506-minute runtime, which comes out to 11.8% of Season 10 being entirely made up of cutaways. We're at that point in the show's history where the quality is starting to dip, so while we have gags aplenty, I can't guarantee they're going to be as good, but there's still some quality out there, like the time Brian was used as a cancer-checking dog.
It's nice to have a clean bill of health. My boyfriend thinks he might have prostate cancer.
Nope, doesn't.
Or when Peter and Lois got some pretty hard-hitting fortune cookies.
What does it say, Peter?
Just something about perseverance. What does yours say?
It says I'm very creative.
We also see Peter going all theater kid on us. Not that he's good at it.
Mrs. Andrews, I pooped in the pot again. It's really bad this time. I'm gonna need somebody to clean me up.
And then there's Peter going through his anime obsession.
You make drive time to a super fun clam. Go force!
But probably my favorite cutaway from Season 11 is when Brian swaps Peter's "can't believe it's not butter" with real butter.
I can't believe you. What?
Looking back, I think it may have been real butter. I don't know, Doctor.
Your husband murdered 3 children.
We got a big bump in cutaways here as it rises to a gigantic 236 across 22 episodes. There's 484 minutes of footage this season, and 78.6 minutes of it is pure cutaway. Yeah, I know, cut to the chase. Season 11 is 16.2% cutaway. Season 12, we're counting on you to follow in these footsteps here. The cutaways this season are still in the same vein as the last one. Funny, but they've clearly lost a little something. Anyway, here's when Peter transitioned into being a lizard.
I've always been a lizard. Emotionally, now I feel comfortable, finally, in my leathery, scaly skin.
You know, things are getting a little tired when one of the gags is Peter going shopping by himself.
Last time I tried shopping without you, it was a disaster. I got groceries.
You what? You listen to me, you son of a... I've got one thing!
Actually, for once, Peter did her a solid, and this is how she treats him. To be fair, we know Lois has always been the one in control, and this next cutaway pretty much sums that up.
Did you like that game of Mysterious Intruder, Lois?
My name isn't Lois. I told you. I don't know who you are.
Let's do it again.
To be fair, in some countries, getting undressed in front of your wife is a compliment. Specifically while eating dinner. I mean...
Oh my goodness!
Come on, it's just something I threw together.
That guy tosses a better salad than the pizza place we saw earlier. But I bet he doesn't paint a front room quite like Captain Central America.
What are my powers?
It worked! It's weird. You're like really good at painting my living room.
It's not quite the same output as last season, but season 12 still manages to churn out an even 200 cutaways over its 21 course. You guys know the drill by now. 462 minutes of footage, and 66.6 of it is pure cutaway, 14.4% of the season. We're just over halfway through the show's history now, and I think it's time we looked at the standings again. We have a new leader. Season 11 is now top dog with 16.2%. There's another new entry at number 3, with season 5 taking it with 14.5%, and still at the rear, we got season 3 with 6.7%. It's still all up for grabs. We got another 11 seasons to go, so let's get cracking with season 13. To get the season started, let's take a look at the time a centipede tries to fit in with the millipedes.
Let's try on 1,000 shoes.
Wait a minute. You're an imposter!
I mean, he's like a quarter of your size, dude. You don't need to count every leg to know he's not got as many as you do. I'd rather be the imposter millipede over this wolf, though.
Hey, man, just a heads up. We're all gonna yell, cock-a-doodle-doo! I'm just trying to make sure you don't look silly.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Man, wolves are mean. Funny, too. Want to know something that's not a laughing matter? How Chris would be if he was a school bus driver?
Mrs. Roberts, you have a beautiful child.
I guess all those years of hanging with Herbert have taught him well. Peter, on the other hand, has had his fair share of hanging with kids, like when he was a Pete in the box.
Goes the weasel.
Or when he traveled with a kid to find where the wild things were.
All right, now help me grind their horns into boner pills.
Now that's another way to ruin a kid's childhood. We got 153 cutaways in 18 episodes this season, 414 minutes of runtime, which is made up of 51 minutes worth of cutaways. A nice healthy 12.3% of the entire season being dedicated to cutaways. Not as strong as the last season, but it's certainly not season 3's level of weakness. Let's not count our giant chickens before they hatch, though, as season 14 could be a total flop. But how can a season be a flop when it has a cutaway titled Rudolph the Uncircumcised Reindeer?
Look, Rudolph, it's not me, all right?
I don't know.
He is the one who has to look at it all night.
Mrs. Claus says it'll decrease my sensitivity.
Why are you talking to my wife about this?
Season 14 is also the season we get to see what it's like to have some free time as a couch.
Oh my God, the couch is gone. Couchella is this weekend. Oh, that's right.
Dude, I just had with a girl on her period.
Part of the reason the couch went out is because it had Peter's big frackin' butt on it all the time. And if you think I'm speaking out of pocket, then... See, as everyone knows, speedometer signs can be used in a court of law. So I'm right. Forget right, though, because this next cutaway is all different kinds of wrong.
You said we were going to a place Walt Disney built.
I said support it. By the way, don't go on the train ride.
Might not be as bad as what you just seen, but this cutaway isn't the most tasteful either.
Oh my God.
If you hadn't noticed, I think the writers have tried to go a little more edgy this season. They've also added 7 more cutaways, taking us up to 160. But it's also slightly longer than the last, clocking in at 440 minutes. Of the 440, 53.3 are just cutaways, or 12.1% of the season. You guys can sense a theme here, I'm sure. It looks like most seasons average somewhere from 10 to 13% of the runtime being dedicated to cutaways, but hey, a lot can still change. At the very least, I'm sure season 15 won't be rock bottom, and Stewie knows a thing or two about that. He's hit rock bottom once or twice.
See, Brian? That's a rock bottom. Now get out of here. We're about to drink some Chardonnay.
If you want more puns, then you're in luck, because Peter's about to have breakfast in bread.
I don't know what this is, Peter.
It's not like we're short on dough.
We're 4 months behind on our mortgage. I'm taking the kids, and I'm staying at my parents' for a while.
Well, that's odd. That's the yeast of my concern.
I heard it's warm in that loaf. Toasty even. Hey, if Peter's happy, leave him be, I say. Some people would kill to be happy, like Droopy the dog. He tried getting a facelift to make him smile. Let's see if it worked.
Please study my brains. Contrary to my appearance, I'm still not happy.
Poor dude. But at least he never had to work with his ex. If you know, you know. And Kermit the Frog knows.
I heard you called in sick yesterday.
Yeah, I had a frog in my throat, right? Please stop drinking.
I know that Chris has always been a bit of a weird cat, but I didn't think his New Year's resolution was to come out as an animal lover.
Surprise everyone, just like you did on New Year's Eve.
Some animals can be...
keep that fricker away from Miss Piggy. Season 15 actually has a little uptick in cutaway quality compared to recent seasons. Still a little edgy, but that's Family Guy these days. You know what they say, quality not quantity, and Season 15 slips back down to 134 cutaways over its 20-episode run. There's 440 minutes, and 44.6 of that is cutaways. As you guys are expecting to hear by now, 10.1%. Like I said, quality not quantity. So what about the 16th season? Well, it still has its moments, like the time we found out that Peter stormed the beaches of Normandy.
The resistance wasn't quite as stiff. I said no running! I'm not running!
Oh, well, that's nowhere near as cool. He probably faced more danger the time he had Oscar Pistorius as a roommate.
It's even worse than when I was roommates with Oscar Pistorius. Somebody's in here!
Having that dude for a roommate is better than Brian working for your charity, you'll see what I mean.
One goes to me, and one goes to charity. You're $1 short of being able to afford the surgery you need.
I'm gonna rent a Ferrari and cruise the pier. You want in?
Well, cancer's not going anywhere.
If any of you have ever been on Craigslist, firstly, why? But secondly, have you ever wondered if it's just some guy called Craig with a giant list?
And pool tables and jukeboxes.
Is that it?
No! Futons.
Is that it?
No! Gay.
What kind?
All of it!
Hey, whatever lights your candle, guys. Who am I to judge? I guess staying on that theme, here's Bruce pulling out of Brian and Stewie's house.
Today was y'all's cleaning day.
Maybe another day.
That's fine. I'll pull out.
It really hurt on the way in. Just go easy. Ow, 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 ow.
Season 16 is the first time in 7 seasons that the cutaway count has dropped below 100 with a pitiful 94 across the 20 episodes. Only 31.3 of the 440-minute runtime was made up of cutaways, which is 7.1%. You just gotta hope Season 17's a bit stronger. We are certainly in modern Family Guy territory now, though, guys. I can't guarantee quality, but I'm a try, and nothing says quality like a bit of up-to-date pop culture.
The Stranger Things monster just farted. I'm a dog. I can hear everything.
Woo! Must have been that fat chick I ate.
She must have just eaten Taco Bell then. Remember a while ago we saw Cleveland do a meta cutaway? Well, in Season 17, it's Stewie's turn.
Brian and I are down in Mexico. That's probably why your parents are paying for all this, right, Evan?
Why am I gay in this?
We sometimes do something silly here.
If you had to pick anyone out of Peter's family and say they're brain dead, you'd probably pick Peter, right? Well, in regarding Carter, Carter goes into a coma and is effectively brain dead, meaning Peter is no longer the dunce in his family. By technicality.
He suffered severe head trauma. This is your chance. You want to beat him in Mario Kart?
And the champ is dethroned.
I wonder how many times it took Peter to beat him. Even though Carter's not all there, I know a blue shell player when I see one. We get some nice advert cutaways in Season 17 too, like the comfy prison.
You're right. It is more comfortable here.
Come for the racial profiling, stay for the comfort.
And the passive-aggressive alarm clock.
The sun's been up for like an hour. I don't know if you've noticed. No. You just keep sleeping. You're a good husband. You don't have to get up. Let your wife do everything. She doesn't fantasize about your contractor who's already downstairs working on your wife.
It's a slight uptick in cutaways this season as we break the 100 barrier again with 107. It's another 20-episode run, which is 440 minutes, which we're used to by now, and a grand total of 35.6 minutes of the 440 are cutaways, which comes out to 8.1%. Still pretty weak when you compare it to the other seasons. We should probably not take Season 17 for granted, though, because from here on out, Family Guy never breaks over 100 cutaways in a single season again. I know, I was not expecting that when going into this video. To reflect the small number of gags, I'll also be covering 3 now instead of 5, so we can get to the final scores a little faster. Not like we're missing much here, guys. There's a few solid cutaways, though, this season, like when, sadly, Where's Waldo took his own life.
Is this being treated as a suicide?
I can confirm that a body was removed from Waldo's apartment this morning. Instead of always asking where's Waldo, how's Waldo? Good day.
And remember to always check in with people you can't find. Then in Shanksgiving, we see how some of the guys spent their last holiday. Joe had to put up with Bonnie's show-off brother-in-law.
Peter, I hate Thanksgiving too. Bonnie's sister is married to a real show-off. Joseph? It's just Joe. I think you know that.
And Quagmire? Well, he just had a whole lot of fun with a load of plastic, which isn't unusual for him.
See, we can do other things together. Oh, don't look so surprised. Oh, someone's getting sleepy. Must be the tryptophan. Carla, coffee? Dina, coffee? I wish I had given you more siblings, Glenn.
I'm not making this up, guys, but there are actually only 69 cutaways this season. A little bit better than 67. And the runtime is exactly the same as the last couple of seasons at 440 minutes. 23 of that, though, this time is cutaways, or 5.2%. I don't know if it's just the way the show is portrayed and all that, but I'd have thought that they'd pump out more cutaways in the show the longer it went on. It's the total opposite, actually. After the unfortunate passing of Adam West, we're introduced to his cousin, Wild Wild West, and he does the voice over these beef cigarettes.
Nothing satisfies more than beef cigarettes.
Nicotine and meat.
Now with less hooves and snouts.
Smoky smooth flavor with a silky smooth voice. I'll wait for my check in the post. Anyway, also something I didn't think when I was making this video, that Horton from Horton Hears a Who would be on it twice, but I guess this is technically Horton Hears the Who.
It's gonna be big, like when Horton heard the Who.
That's not singing, it's just screaming.
We're back in Metaland now after the Griffins grab themselves a cat, and the test to see if the cat stays is if it can set up a cutaway.
Can she set up a cutaway?
Can I help you?
The Griffins have a cat.
Hey, they're a natural. Sign them up as a Griffin. It's another 20-episode season with slightly more cutaways. This time we got 73 instead of 69. But still, only 24.3 minutes of the season is made up of cutaways, or in percentage terms, 5.5%. I guess we knew coming into this that this part of the show's history wouldn't be vintage, but hey, let's look on the bright side. Which is more than Lois can do after she was blinded thanks to Dr. Hartman's cat. What would I rather have? My eyeballs clawed out by a feline or being babysat by a ghost?
My mom just left me with a radio possessed by the former owner of our home.
You're sitting where I died.
Honestly, give me the cat claws. That cutaway freaks me out. It doesn't freak me out nearly as much as Stewie when he hears a loud noise.
The only thing that scares me is a sudden loud noise, even if it's only spoken. You can't scare me.
Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. in Kiss Kiss.
Bang, bang.
63 cutaways this season over, again, 20 episodes. A grand total of 21 minutes of screen time is dedicated to cutaways, which out of 440 is 4.8%. Jeez, it's getting worse. I don't have high hopes for season 21, but you never know. It might surprise us. The very first cutaway of the season is pretty strong and highlights just how pushy Pac-Man can be, especially to his lady counterpart. In the same episode, Peter finds out that Lois has developed a thing for Joe and worries that she might be thinking of Joe while they're sleeping together. Thanks to Quagmire planting the seed in his brain that spouses think about other people 46% of the time. And he should know, he does his own research.
Who are you thinking of right now?
Chris Pine?
Huh, he's doing well this cycle.
And then my favorite cutaway of the season is up next, where we see Chris breaking things off at the love of his life because she's finally gonna be able to see.
Doctor says this surgery is gonna restore my eyesight. I thought you'd be happy, Colin Farrell.
I'm gonna see other birds.
Don't look. I think that's Colin Farrell.
Actually, if it wasn't for his gut, or his accent, or his nose, or his eyes, or his hair, or his skin tone, or his teeth, or his height, he'd be a dead ringer for Colin Farrell. Despite some strong cutaways this season, truth is, this is the least amount of cutaways we've got so far, standing at a teeny tiny 32. Only 10.6 minutes of this 20-episode season was made up of cutaways, or 2.4%. Season 1 is going to be pretty hard to beat at last place, but who knows, maybe these next two seasons could be really bad, or really good. But we know which one's more likely. Let's think positive thoughts, though, as we watch this batch of cutaways, because they're probably my favorite bunch out of the last couple seasons anyway, starting with some desert vultures.
You're going in circles like a desert vulture.
Sure. Hey, maybe we shouldn't always fly in a circle. Whoa, come on.
Maybe I can also have rough with your mother. Well, that's how I feel about your idea.
And the time Stewie was surprised to find what Chris used his Jack-in-the-Box for.
I haven't been this shocked since Chris showed me his Jack-in-the-Box.
It's not called a Jack elsewhere.
What did you do to this box?
This next one's pretty brutal. In fact, I'll just let Peter do the talking.
Wow, I ain't had a celebrity ask me for a favor since Jeremy Renner asked me to shovel out his driveway. In light of recent events, Jeremy, could old Pete borrow your skis?
Poor Jeremy, at least he's okay now. This is the first season in ages to have less than 20 episodes, with this season coming in with 17, which means the runtime changes slightly to 374 instead of the usual 440. There's 52 cutaways this season, and they make up a total of 17.3 minutes of the screen time, or 4.6%. I know, not great, but credit where it's due, it's nearly double the percentage of last season. Can we finish strong with season 23? Well, we're about to find out, starting with the time Peter crashed a plane and killed hundreds.
Open wide, here comes the airplane.
Sir, please remain calm and stay soggy.
Busby is with the...
Hey, I didn't say what type of plane or that he killed people. He was trying to feed Stewie and royally messed up, and Stewie isn't happy with him. So much so, he's auditioning new dads.
I'm here to audition to be your dad.
It's for the role of my daddy.
Mom couldn't get the poo stains out of your Moana onesie.
Shut up! I'm trying to create a vibe here.
Oh, my bad. Well, after watching that, how about we see Chris turning himself into a sausage to cleanse the palate?
Meg, check it out. A make-your-own-sausage station. They look like little poops. You must make me whole again. Never mind. This is my destiny.
Now, that's a line of work I could see Chris enjoying. Not so sure he'd be enjoying the being cooked alive and eaten part, but that's a little detail. I'm sure he could work that out. We end semi-strong on the Cutaway front, now rising back up to 62. There's an extra episode this season, so the runtime stands at 396 minutes with a total of 20.6 of those being cutaways, giving season 23 a final percentage of 5.2%. But it's time for what you've all been waiting for. The final scores. Coming in at last place, the pocket-sized percentage, it's season 21 with 2.4%. I'll show the rest of the leaderboard now. It's been a hell of a battle, and making the podium in third place, it's season 5 with 14.5%. Season 12 was unlucky to miss out. But the top two are way out in front. Season 4 with 15.7%, and the winner, we knew it when we first looked at it, it's season 11 with 16.2% of its runtime being spent on cutaways. Season 4 still reigns supreme for most cutaways, but in terms of ratio, it didn't quite have the sauce. We're not done yet, though. We want to know what percentage of the whole show is cutaways now. Across Family Guy, there is a grand total of 2,857 cutaways at an average of 20 seconds per cutaway. Keeping that in mind, that's 952.3 minutes. If I add up all the run times of the seasons, I get somewhere in the range of 10,414 minutes. So I can do a bit of big brain math and work out that the exact percentage of Family Guy that is Cutaway Gags is 9.14%. Which I know sounds pretty low, but you gotta remember, from season 16 onwards, they kinda tanked their output. Otherwise, I'd have expected this to be like closer to 15. Hey Lois, remember the time I added up all the Cutaway Gags in Family Guy? I can't stick to the voice. Now, we had enough meta for today, and with that, that's also all the Cutaway goodness I got for y'all today. If you want to watch some more classic videos like this one, though, why not click the one popping up on your screen right about now? Go on, I'll see you on over there. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.